What's up everyone, it's Gabby Trades here and welcome back to the channel. Well, here's to another week of us predicting the buy in a moment where everyone was doubting. But what's next? That's what we're about to find out today. But you guys, of course, before we jump in, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit the bell notification so you always get notified when I'm live here with you, giving you guys the latest price breakdowns. Well, there's a bunch of news that are super important for us and we need to comment on. First off, of course, we're going to go with the most recent news that we just got today, and that's, of course, the unemployment claims, right? That's the unemployment claims. First thing we're going to look at today. Good morning, Brodek. How are you doing? So the thing is, right, last week we had very important job numbers and we were quite shook from that, and now today we're getting yet again another not so great report, right? Because expectations were for 221k unemployment claims and now we have 226k, which is of course a little bit above, but for some reason the markets don't seem to care today. Everything is advancing on the day, so that's all good news. Now what else are we having? Well, we also got the news about over here. Let me see if that's actually muted. Yes, it is. So we have here the US collected over 29 billion in tariff revenues. That's only in July, right? Only in July 2025, making the highest monthly total so far this year. Now, as of mid-year, that cumulative revenues of tariffs is going to go around 150 billion, you guys. Well, it seems like a huge number, but it's not going to save, if you ask me, too much of the economy over here. Now, the interesting thing is, if we look down here, we had Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who is estimating a projection of around annual tariff revenue exceeding over 300 billion. So that's that. But the projected US deficit for the fiscal year of 2025 is going to be almost 2 billion, 1.9, trillion, excuse me, almost, I wish it was a billion, right? No, it's actually trillion, 1.9 trillion for the year. So as you can see, you know, that's not doing, you know, that much. But the thing is, right, like by mid-year, that number is going to mean that it's covered around 3.8% of that projected deficit, you guys, right? So what else did Trump do here lately? Well, he slapped another 25% on Indian imports. The reason for that is because India is continuing to trade energy with Russia, and Trump, of course, doesn't like that. So what is the signal for us? Well, first of all, that he is increasingly using the tariffs as a political and economical pressure tool, right? So that's important to take note of. He's being strategic, right? We're following all of his moves always. Now, another thing is from today. Right, from today, also we had from midnight, we had the reciprocal tariffs that also took effect for over 60 countries, you guys. And the ones that are deciding to play along, they will invest billions of dollars in the US because that's clearly their only way to a tariff exemption. And we have a clear example over here, Apple. As an example, Apple, by the way, yesterday Apple rallied 5.1% and it was not even tied to earnings. It was something political. It was the fact that a 100 billion US investment by Apple was making here the headlines you can see here. And you know what? Donald Trump is actually taking credit for Apple factories expansions and is hinting on tariff reliefs for Apple. Now, why does this matter? Well, you know, Trump's new rounds of tariffs are live, right? So Apple's supply chain is very exposed to like overseas manufacturing. So if Apple gets special treatment or exemptions, it could actually boost the total tech sentiment overall for the market. So that's one thing that's really important. And also the European Union is playing along. They promised to invest like over 600 billion. So, you know, it's kind of working, but I don't know if it's going to save the deficit, which is like in the trillions, right? Right. Let's see who's in the chat here. Good morning, Lotus. Good morning, listen. Thank you, guys. Antonius, Sui25X. Let's have a look. Yes, make sure you like the video, guys. Welcome. We're going to move to the charts extremely fast. I just wanted to run through all the news with you guys that we have here. Hello, Loki. Now, before we dive into the charts, guys, and see how the week's bias played out, I hope you got the buys, because this is what we predicted from the beginning of the week. There is one thing that I want to ask you to do before we dive in. It's a huge favor for me. On my main channel, where I've been dropping tons of free alpha, you guys, which you can find here under the description box. I am so close of getting, I'm like 60 subscribers away from hitting 2,000 subscribers, which is very small, but as a small creator, it means the world to me. If you're getting value from all of these analysis that I'm doing here for you on Coin Bureau Trading, please go ahead and subscribe to my main channel, because I do want to make the mark this week of 2,000 subscribers. I've been giving lots of value. I hope you guys like it, and that's my milestone for today. So this is what I'm looking. Oh my god, where are we playing the ad? That's so funny. Anyway, but under the description box, you can find all the cool things, all the promotions that me and Coin Bureau Trading have been managed to organize for you guys, with lots of, you know, sign up bonuses on CoinCatch, Bybit, up to 30k bonuses. All of the links are down below here. You should go and see them. All right, moving on to the charts real quick. First of all, what have you been watching? No, nothing. That was just an ad for the video. All right, cool. So first of all, we have to make sure over here that we're clear, right? This week we started, and I said to you that I'm bullish in an area over here when everyone was extremely bearish and was hoping for prices to drop below 11K. For me, I follow my indicators, my strategy. So soon as price bounced from a daily support level over here, and it did confirm bullish bias, that was it, right? On top of that, right, as we were moving along, we created one liquidity down here on top of the one that we already have up here, right? So for me, the bias was very clear. So you guys know I was long up here for this move. So I was stressing out a lot when Bitcoin was dropping here with this big candle. But it is what happens usually in these kind of setups. These kind of setups, when you get that sort of confirmation, by the way, I'm going to teach you all of these things. Again, refer to the description box under the video. You can sign up for my trading course strategy waitlist as well. This is where I'll teach you how you can catch these setups, and they feel very, very hard, you guys. But once you learn it and you follow the system, you are gonna catch these moves. But they will feel very, very hard. I always promise you that. No, not a single good trade is going to feel easy, if you know what I mean. Let me close this news so nothing else plays here for us. But anyway, so the bullish bias plays out very good. We like to see that. Now from here, it's very important to watch what happens next. So first of all, we need to start like a little bit top down, right? Let's start top down. So before July, I was with you guys before July, so you have absolutely no excuse. I have told you that in July we're going to see Bitcoin ranging, and we're going to see altcoins explode. So that confirmed. But if you notice here, the range started from the second week of July, because this is where I start my counting. I don't count. I don't even care about the first week of the month, and we're in the first week of the month. I don't care about it, I'm telling you. So the thing is, we were lucky to catch this, right? But the thing is, for me, the real week is going to be next week. So the real move is going to happen next week. So the thing is, right now we're facing this, but there is so much resistance up here, and I do believe that Bitcoin is going to trade. Even if it pulls back, I do believe that Bitcoin is going to trade to catch here the liquidity at 120k almost. There is so much resistance over there, you guys. I cannot begin and believe how much it is. It is so much. But yeah, it's a very simple stuff, right? Also, if you're looking at the range over here, you can see the manipulation move. It's very clear to the downside, so the distribution needs to come up, right? If you're looking at from that sort of perspective, which is going to be an AMD sort of approach of looking, which for you guys Savas, hey Gabby, please, is it possible to be more simple with your TA for beginner intermediates? Absolutely. And Savas, like I said, if you're beginner, if you're intermediate, make sure you sign up for my trade course waitlist, because I'm going to teach you how to look at the charts so you never have to miss a beat anytime ever again. And subscribe to my main channel, you guys. We need to hit 2K today on my main channel. That's my goal. Okay, so the thing is, right? The thing is, over here, we have so much resistance at around 120K. Not only that, if I use my model of trading, which I identify a trading range that I look at right now, which is bearish, right? Which is a bearish trading range. So you have two scenarios that play out in a bearish range. You either reject from the 0.5, which is the equilibrium. This is what we call 0.5 of a price range. We call it an equilibrium, or it's going to be the half of the pricing range. A price rejects at around the 0.5, could extend above it, but it should not reach the 0.786. So if we're about to enter into an area sub, oops, I didn't mean to move that. If we enter into an area sub 111,800, which is the lower side of the range, this is going to mean that Bitcoin is going to reject around the 0.5 area. Now, it is possible to do that even after it takes the liquidity, as long as it doesn't touch 120,858, because if it does that, what's more likely now to happen, right? What's more likely now to happen is for Bitcoin to enter in some sort of ridiculous range, right? And then bounce from 114.5K. So these are the possibilities that we're currently looking at for Bitcoin. But if we take that liquidity at around 120K, boy, oh boy, will I be short? Yes, I will be short. That's the answer. So yeah, you know, the thing is, on a higher time frame, if we look on the daily, we did have a confirmation for short on Bitcoin. The confirmation came exactly on the 31st of July with this candle over here. That's a long-term confirmation, right? Long-term confirmation that we're getting that Bitcoin is kind of exhausted and it's going to enter into some sort of range with potential pullbacks. Now, if we look at the pullbacks, the areas for these pullbacks are going to be 110K Bitcoin, right? 110K. And if we extend even further, we might be looking at extensions. That's only in case if we extend a lot, maybe a retest of the 100K level, but that's when we should see a bounce. That's just long term, you guys. Don't panic. I'm not trying to give you bad vibes over here. I'm just trying to give you what I'm seeing, right? Technically, we did have a confirmation. Technically, the deviation out of this confirmation comes to 2 or 3 levels, right? So these are the levels, okay? And most importantly, what you're looking at right now, right? The fact that we extended to 123,324, well, that was the exact deviation from the first price leg, right? So that was the first level of the deviation. If you don't understand these things, again, go in the description box, sign up in my main YouTube channel, and get on my trading strategy course waitlist. It's going to be so easy for you guys once I teach you these things, how to read them, right? And you can go and test, and we're going to do it together in the mentorship. But anyway, the thing is, we did have the confirmation over here. And if we're looking at the first leg, right, which means the extension of price that we got from around, what is that, 100K, actually from below down here, like 98K, all this move up to this area up here, 123, this is an exhausted price deviation. So that's a second confirmation for you guys that this price is getting exhausted. Now, this is the actually, no, sorry, my mistake. Look at this. So the first deviation where it says leg here over here, so this is 123,325. Follow me again, sorry. This deviation is coming from the first leg down, which is in fact all the way from no, that's going to be another manipulation here for you guys that I'm doing right now. Okay, we're looking on a daily. Let's look on the weekly. This is going to confuse you so much. So yeah, the first deviation is actually from the 49K. 49K. So all of this move to 123, right, 0 to 123K approximately, it is exhausted. If we're looking at that leg, from the 50K, this is an exhausted move. It could extend further, but it is an exhausted move. Now, if we start looking, why am I pressing this? Oh my God, I don't understand why I'm doing this. Anyway, so if we're looking at this leg, the extension needs to come to 125K, right? And that's going to be an exhaustion. So in case, let's go on a lower time frame here so you guys don't freak out. Please don't freak out on me. We're going to remove some things over here so you guys make sense of the chart a little bit more. This is what you need to be focused on right now. This is what you, let's go. KITV, you guys, make sure you like the video. I'm not sure how many likes we got. I'm going to refresh this page so I can see how many likes we have on this video right now. 24 likes, absolutely unacceptable, because we have over 69, almost 70 people watching us, you guys. We have 70 people watching us, 24 likes. You guys support me because I'm new on the Trading Bureau channel. I am not new in trading, believe me. And yes, there's lots of people that can confirm that. Anyway, yeah, it's a little chaotic because I'm showing you charts that are, you know, marked or whatever, but we can delete some more indicators here so it gets clean for you. But anyway, so the extension over here that we got, little above 123K is the one extension that's exhausted from the 50K, right? And if we're following the extension from like 78K, it's going to come up to 125. So yes, it is possible that we get new all-time high, but this is going to be a stretch for now, right? For the period up until the autumn season, because I've been telling you guys that the autumn season for me is where I'm looking for Bitcoin to make its final moves, right? And what I'm looking at is I'm looking to be out of the market by February. Okay, that's just what I'm doing. You don't have to do the same thing, but this is what I'm looking at, right? Why were you so bearish on the last live? I was not bearish on the last live, Cloudy. In fact, I was long. So I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, so here's the thing. I'm still bearish, right? I just said to you guys that long time frame, we have confirmed that we're heading lower. So this move, I was not expecting to hold up until more than 120K. I'm not expecting to hold that move. In fact, I'm going to be looking for shorts once this liquidity over here is taken, right? If you look on the 4-hour time frame over here, again, 120K, 119,800, that's the liquidity that I'm looking to grab with this move, hopefully, and then short further, because yeah, this is what the chart is telling me, and that's what I'm about to do over here. Now let's have a look at ETH real quick. Let's have a look at ETH. Now, this is it, right? This is it. The buy setup for ETH also worked very, very nicely over here. Trading above, confirmation on the 4-hour time frame was brilliant. We're trading above the sell zone. Now, what's important is that we have the daily close above that zone, right? Just as the candle is printing right now, we need to see this candle print with a body above the daily sell zone over here. And again, you guys, I'm telling you, even for Ethereum, price above $4,000 is going to be a stretch. So anywhere here in this sell zone that is starting between around 3,900 and 4,116 for Ethereum is going to be a zone for a retracement. So make sure you keep that in mind. We already had one tap into the sell zone from which we sold, and then we generated a buy setup. We generated a sell setup over here. So this is what we are dealing with currently right now on Ethereum. But of course, this level has been historically a massive resistance, right? Historically, if we look on the weekly time frame over here, you can see how many rejections, right? Swing high, right? Swing high, swing high, swing high, potential another swing high, right? Or maybe we're just about to get it. But this area is very, very sensitive, I'm telling you. So I want you guys to pay close attention, because this might be an area of rejection over here. Yes, we can take a look at SUI, no problem at all. Now, looking at Solana, of course, we're going with the majors over here. So the thing that we were discussing is that 162 zone, right? The 162 zone is the zone that needed to hold, and the zone is holding now for Solana. I'm targeting up here this high at 182, and that high over here might be it, right? If we're lucky, we might get a little bit of more extension to retest the area around 192, and I think that is going to prove another resistance, massive resistance for Solana. As you know, right? As you know, Sol is in a major resistance area. Now, this whole yellow block, if we break above $200 over here, it's going to be very, very beautiful for Sol, but it's going to be a lot of work. Thank you guys so much. Again, make sure you come in the description box down below the video, click more, make sure you like. I'm going to count the likes one more time to see if you guys like the video.
At first,
over here we have 39 likes and almost 60 people watching us. You guys make sure you smash the like button and come in the description box and see all of the promotion that Coin Bureau managed to get for us over here. Bybit, CoinCatch, 2bit, sign up bonuses, everything exclusive you can find down here. And then please follow my main YouTube channel because I want to hit 2,000 subs. I'm only 60 people away. And then everything else about me you can find down here as well. So it's never too late to like. That's true. You're welcome. So yeah, this is what we were looking at. Solana over here, we had a daily support, which is very clear. How do I get these daily supports? You can see over here, I just marked them one more time. I use my indicators for that. Again, there is a link in the description box. Find the indicators, get them. If you want discount on the indicators that are, by the way, super cheap, I can give you that as well. You just need to get in touch with me through my community and I'll give you the discount you want. I don't care because they're already super cheap. Like, I just want to help you out, guys, with what I'm using. My life is playing on the background. No way. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I don't know why it just switches on. Maybe I press it. Cloud G, 4,000 level seems like a heavy loaded resistance. Yes, this is exactly what we were talking about like 5 minutes ago on Ethereum. It is absolutely heavy loaded resistance over here, and it just matches with everything that we're seeing, right? You need to look at the overall picture. You need to look at Bitcoin, you need to look at Ethereum, you need to look at Solana, you need to look at the alts. If all of them are coming at a level, you guys know that it's probably time, upon confirmation, using other technical tools to enter into a short. You know, this is what I'm trying to teach you here, you guys. ETHBTC, also one thing we were discussing over here, that we needed to see a close above 0.03188, looking fine, looking sexy, looking good. Even better on a daily time frame, we have a level that we need to reach here at 0.04072 for Ethereum, right? Sorry, for ETHBTC. So over here, if you reach that level, pay close attention what's going to happen. In fact, you have double liquidity over here as well, so that's going to be actually triple at that point. So probably even up here a little bit, you're looking at 0.04241 level that you need to be watching for ETHBTC, you guys. Yes. Yeah, that's better trader. That's exactly what we were looking out for today on Ethereum, right? Let's look at XRP again. Same thing, rejecting from our level. Let's delete this. Actually, this was just another scenario from after we reach up here to then bring the sells down. So if you look at XRP, right, XRP, this is what we were talking about on the last live, right? I gave you XRP and the lines were drawn in the following way. From here, we were expecting a drop down to the buy zone. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, you guys. That was a tiny little sneeze. But anyway, so here we are. We were expecting a drop here down to the buy zone into the daily support 2.8, and now we're rejecting from here. Don't forget there is a sell zone over here. What more are you looking for? XRP over here, you have a little bit of a balanced price action you need to pay attention to. That balanced price action was once mitigated already. So over here, potential either price is making new all-time highs from here, potentially taking this too, and then just checking if I'm like being stupid, but no, that's it. So we have two equal highs over here that could potentially come to be a target, and yeah, we're potentially looking at either price exhausting at around here or taking new all-time highs and then exhausting, going into price discovery. But we're gonna have to look at that in combination with ETH and the entire market, right? Wait, someone said SUI. Let's have a look at SUI real quick. Over here, here's SUI. So lots of levels on SUI, right? Lots of massive levels, but even if you ignore all the levels that have dropped, over here, the most important level is $3.5 because it's the 0.5 of the price leg, 0.5 of the price leg, right? So once you drop below, it's literally a buy opportunity over here. But again, everything is at levels right now. I don't even know if we're gonna go and tap the 4.6, because this is pretty much where I want to sell from, to be fair with you. Like for SUI, I want to see the 0.786, which is at $4.6. If we get to that area, I'll happily short. But anywhere before that, right, if it happens before, it needs to be somewhere around in this area. So potentially around here. Potentially around here, you have a little bit of a balanced price action over here, a little bit of a BP. So you might come here and then reject, but we need to watch that, because ideally, right, this is if you're punting a little bit, but like ideally you want to go to the 4.6. Can you do SPX? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Actually, I haven't been, you know what, I know Aaron is looking at that a lot. So I think the ticker for that is this. I have to be right. I mean, I hope I'm right. Is that the ticker? Should be. Yeah, most definitely that's the ticker over here. So we do have the liquidity. Nothing on the weekly. So yeah, eventually you are gonna drop below down here. Eventually, right? Long term. Not saying anything right now. All right, so on the weekly time frame, you have a clear very, very big buy zone over here that's been respected right now. True. Yeah, you do have a confirmation for a sell setup over here on a daily time frame. So I don't know if I really like that at the moment. I'm not really sure, but there is definitely a sell confirmation over here. Definitely a sell confirmation, and the extension for that could be quite painful. $1, right? Ugh, quite painful. Don't want to be looking at that right now. Yeah, the support levels are quite low, right? The support levels are quite low if we start looking at this, but of course it's a meme coin, so what do you guys expect? But yeah, I know Aaron is a huge fan. I know Aaron is a huge fan of that, but yeah, you guys, I don't know what to tell you. Like there is a sell confirmation on here, but again, it's a meme coin. Like I don't really know if the technicals are going to be like that correct on that, but you do have to pay attention here. Is that an engulfing candle? It looks like an engulfing candle. I might be wrong here on a weekly time frame. Bearish engulfing, but you know, it wouldn't stress me out too much because there was another bearish engulfing over here, and then just price was happy to go again. But if we pull out the indicators over here, let's have a look. Try to find some levels over here. So yeah, essentially you do have a sell setup right now, just like we said over here on SPX. Let's have a look. Right, mark a little bit here. So we're having a reaction right now from that. Essentially we're also reacting from the only daily bullish fair value gap that we're seeing. So you're really in between levels. I wouldn't touch that, but on a higher time frame you do have a confirmation for short. So hello Darcy. So yeah, you guys, make sure you smash that like button. I'm going to do one more check over here, and then I'm gonna make sure that I mute the video so we don't get another see, it plays again on its own. Like the ads really want to play. Like it's kind of crazy. We have 58 likes and 80 people watching us. You guys, make sure you smash the like button. Now 82 people. We can do another 30 likes easily. maybe not that many, but anyway. And make sure you follow my main YouTube channel because I want to hit 2,000 subscribers. That's my main goal right now. I want to do it. I'm actually, no, I'm not gonna close that. Let it stay, but it's not gonna play. Yeah, I see a sell setup over here. I don't know what to tell you. Unless we move on a higher time frame. Let's look on a higher time frame. Yeah, like we said, on the weekly, it's already in a buy zone, right? Because I saw this breaker block over here. So yeah, you have a lot of space to kind of drop down, but you already had an inversion over here, right? You had an inversion that kind of was traded through, and price, you know, respected nicely as it should do. So the technicals were working very nicely here. You have a bounce, you come back, you retest the inversion, and then you break to the upside, leaving a huge order block. So the buy zone is kind of big, and this inversion was already mitigated once, which means that price traded and respected it. So what I think is, right, it is possible that it could hold for a second time, but you know, the fact that it was already mitigated once, I don't really know. And over here, if you open the indicators, right, that I'm using, you can see the levels that you need to care about, right, on the 4-hour time frame. There is one liquidity here that hasn't been entirely taken. Let's zoom in here. Or probably has, maybe we're looking at a different chart, or just a double bottom, like very standard retail confirmation over here for long. But yeah, this is how these things work, right? If you're trading meme coins, like a lot of the like very basic retail stuff are kind of working. But yeah, over here on the 4-hour time frame, the wick is kind of huge. So when you get wicks like that, right, when you get wicks like that, it is most likely expected for that wick to be filled to some extent, probably to the equilibrium. But that wick up here hasn't really taken any high. So yeah, I wouldn't really trade that right now. It's not really on my wish list. It's not really on my wish list. Link over here. Let's have a look real quick. Let's have a look, and you guys make sure you like the video. Link, yeah, like you know, 4-hour time frame, still at a zone. Link, unfortunately, right, a very big sell zone over here. So let's hope that it breaks and it doesn't turn around. Weekly, again, really in between levels, you guys, right, in between levels, because you have the sell setup from this yellow zone, you have the sell setup, and then you have the buy zone and the daily support over here, so buy setup as well. So it's really a matter of, do you want to really do it right now? Like, you can, like we said, just because we're expecting for ETH to pump a little bit, but make sure at some point when ETH is exhausted or around 4K, like, just be super duper careful with it. That's all I can tell you for that. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance real quick here. Yeah, it's nice. It's starting to reject here from levels, but again, it's just, you know, on a weekly, we're kind of printing a, you know, a range right now. And like we said, if we're looking at the traditional way of looking at that, this could be like some sort of a flag. I don't know. So it's either going to break, or it's either going to, you know, continue and potentially retest the 0.5 of this tube over here. It's a little tiny tube. Tau, no, you haven't missed Tau, because we haven't seen Tau. Like, we look at Tau if we want to look at Tau, right? If someone wants to look at Tau, we look at Tau. Tau, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Not very grape, like I say. I don't say great, I say grape. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you are kind of trading into the, you know, weekly for value gap over here. Happy days, all great, but you know, yes, I guess it's still valid. We haven't had a body close below a 347.31, which technically means that price could reverse here. But yes, you do have a balanced price action here. Price is coming from a sell zone. A bit tricky, right? So you could get some sort of extension, but it's going to be probably potentially with the idea to drop a little bit over here. Tau. Yeah, it looks a bit messy, to be fair. Let's have a look on a daily if we have anything. Yeah, essentially you are creating a higher low right now, but it's still not confirmed because it's still in a small range. And yeah, you are kind of coming from a nice angle, let's say, potentially, right? Because you could look at this candle as a candle that might need to hold down here. This little candle over here, it would be a rejection block essentially. So you can see that price is rejecting. It could happen, but again, you're looking at the 4-hour time frame. You have some sort of resistance at 387. You have some sort of resistance at 403. So yeah, if we pump a little bit more, I'll be careful once price gets to that level, to eventually get a drop again to key levels, right? Key levels, which are going to be 309.22. And then if we start breaking these levels, then I'll be a little bit more confident that we might get another tap into, if we break these levels, maybe another tap into the 473, you know. ILV, interesting. You know what, I haven't looked at that in quite a while. Crocodile. Let's have a look here. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, I mean, not my favorite chart, not at all. Probably that's the reason why I stopped looking at it, is because it is clearly in a very bearish trend. Great info. Oh, thank you, Ken. I haven't seen you on my main channel recently. Yes, we're gonna see VET, of course, for you in a minute. Thank you so much for the super chat, and you are a super chat. So yeah, ILV real quick before we go to VET, something that probably wouldn't be touching because you know, the very low that was created down here is the liquidity, and yes, we're breaking through it. Yes, we have liquidity to the upside, but this is a very bearish chart, so I'm not sure what it's doing right now, and what is it trying to do. It's really nice that on a daily time frame we broke a level over here, but yeah, I'm not convinced in that. I'm sorry, but the reality is, if it does well, it could potentially really go to like $71, right? If it does well. But charts like this, I don't trust, and I can't wait or put my money on. Do you know what I mean? Because it's very bearish. It's very bearish. VET. Here is VET. So yeah, VET here, I've had some analysis on VET from a long time ago, right? Long time ago. So if we come on a weekly time frame here for VET, basically, I remember last year giving the analysis here for VET. So the thing about VET is, right, when we were here last year, December, right, October, we were doing so great, and once we got the confirmation for short, I was like, this thing is definitely dropping down to my buy zones once again. And as you can see, we had one buy zone up here that was very positive, but of course, when price tanks like crazy, it goes to the most extreme buy zone down here. So that was pretty much the buy from down here. Of course, in April, when I gave you the signal, well, not you on coin trading, but on my main channel, which, by the way, if you haven't followed, go again under the description box and you can find my main YouTube channel. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers today. Help me do that. But anyway, so I was giving you the signal for ETHBTC in April. That was the massive level down here. So as you can see on VET, if you look at VET right now, it is bouncing from the major zone, retracing 0.236, bounce back in the major zone, not even reach the 0.236, and still playing about in that zone. So if I'm you, right, and here on a weekly time frame, you, by the way, have a clear level, which is a 0.33, right? Remember, 0.33, almost 0.34, right? That level, actually, let's zoom in, we'll make it a little bit more. Yeah, 0.3388. That's your level that you need to break on this asset in order to become very bullish on it. For now, price is still trading below, so you could consider that as a buy opportunity in my opinion. And if we get another drop, you need to be watching again in that buy zone. So over here we're looking at this level, which is 0.01993. So that's the level that you want to be very carefully watching if price reaches back to it, right? If price doesn't reach back to it and it breaks up here, right? If we have a break over here from that level, now you need to be looking at positioning yourself within this buy box over here. So anywhere starting 0.2 is gonna be fine. Yeah, Darcy, I'm also so shocked how many little likes we have today. We have 77 people watching. We can do at least 5 more likes over here for sure. And you guys, make sure you drop in the description box, because Coin Bureau and me have organized promotions for you. If you want to trade on 2bit and get bonuses, if you want to trade on CoinCatch, whatever each one you guys prefer, CoinCatch is giving you $150 sign-up bonus, Bybit up to 30K in bonuses, which, by the way, if you join the Bybit link, you can get into a Telegram group that I've started for you guys, only for the people that are on Bybit. And then, of course, you can follow me and do whatever down here with my accounts. Thank you. Views and subs. Yeah, I have very low views. I don't know, people are a bit, because I'm a girl, I guess, I don't know, people are people, like, I don't care. Anyway, so yes, so for VET we need to break 0.3388 to be extremely bullish, but anywhere right now within the buy zone, and anywhere if we get lucky for price to drop again within the buy zone over here, 0.01993, I think it's going to be very good. I'm trying to ignore haters big time. Yeah, I'm trying to ignore haters, you guys. You know, I don't pay attention to them at all, because I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for years, and there's so many incompetent people on YouTube, so many incompetent people that, you know, I'm just like, okay, like, it's so obvious. You don't need to think twice for that. All right. Anyways, let's have a look here, Bitcoin real quick. Goodness gracious, what a busy chart over here. Goodness gracious. So yeah, again, just to repeat for Bitcoin fans over here, anyone that caught along with me together here on in the beginning of this week, a good job, right? We've been giving super alpha since the moment I started here on the live stream. Tell me one time that I have given you a wrong bias. Just please go ahead, challenge me. Anyways, so you guys, again, I'm telling you, if we're lucky, price is gonna come up and clear that liquidity at 119K 849 to be precise. If we clear that liquidity, watch very closely for confirmation. Hopefully we'll be together on a live Tuesday or Thursday. And if you want me, if you want to be with me throughout the whole week, follow my main channel under the description box, because that's when you get, you know, all of the days throughout the week besides Friday, because I do need a day off, even though I'm not taking a day off even on Friday. But anyways, I don't stream on Friday. But it's like, once we take that liquidity, we need to look for confirmations, right? We need to look for confirmations to go short over here, because 120 is going to be such a hard zone to beat over here. And like we said, on a daily time frame, we've already confirmed the, you know, the bearish bias, which is not, I mean, you know what, like, even if we drop from here that we're looking at right now, that's 5%. If we reach 110 bullish, right? And even if we go and retest over here, which is gonna be, is that gonna be, wait, is that gonna be where we open the year? 1st of Jan. Let's have a look. 1st of Jan. 1st of Jan. Down here. Wait, where is 1st of Jan? 1st of January is right this candle over here. No, we have no job to hang around the 95k, in my opinion, because you know what, one person from my community this morning was like, hey Gabby, 95k is a massive zone. I'm like, okay, fair. Like I do see the zone, I have it extended, so I see it very, very clearly. So fair, it is a zone, but also what worries me is that we have this liquidity down here, which is not going to be left behind, you guys. If we start dropping to these levels, like I'm talking future, right, a few months from now, a couple months from now, in case we start dropping that much, there is no way we're gonna leave 92k behind, in my opinion. That's not gonna be the case. So let's not manifest anything stupid over here. It is possible, but I've drawn the extensions, I've made the analysis, so I'm telling you guys, if we're getting any extensions, 110 is going to be the shallow extension, and then potentially 100,325 should be the other level that I'm interested in. Okay. Another tip for you, like if you're looking at Ethereum and you're looking at Bitcoin, right, what you want to be looking at is which one of both is like before the confirmation short, either on Bitcoin or Ethereum. What you can be looking out for is whether there is any divergence, right, whether there is any divergence, because over here, right over here, this is an example, right here we had a divergence. So here Bitcoin took a low, and Ethereum didn't, right? Ethereum didn't. So Ethereum gave the bigger returns. Ethereum gave the bigger returns. Does that make sense? If you have a divergence over here, which we have, you're looking to short the asset that hasn't taken a clear high. So let's say if Bitcoin takes a high after we take the 120k or 121, we've taken a clear high, and then we move down, and you look at Ethereum, and Ethereum hasn't done that, and you see that the confirmation for short is very clear. You want to be shorting Ethereum because Ethereum is going to tank more than Bitcoin, right? Because what you're looking at essentially in these markets, yes, you can combine that with Bitcoin dominance, yes, you can combine that with ETHBTC, but what you're looking at is to maximize your trading return from your trade, right? Yet again, you guys, how many likes do we have here? We have 88 people watching, 85 likes. That's amazing. I love to see that. Thank you so much for all the likes and all the love, you guys. Make sure you follow my main YouTube channel. We're literally 60 people away from catching 2,000 subscribers, which is crazy. You know what Coin Bureau told me? That it took them 1 year to get to 1,000k. So I'm very happy because I started this channel like 6 months ago, you guys. 6 months ago, which was which was insane. And I've been trading for years. I've had my own Discord for years. Like I've never wanted to be on YouTube. I was never interested in like showing my face, but you guys are finding value and you're respecting what I do, so I appreciate you a lot. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like I have no words. I'm really appreciative of you guys, so that's why I'm trying to give you the best analysis over here. Men in crypto don't know how women are here just because we don't make noise. Well, it is, yeah, you're right, Diamond. Yeah, I don't like to make noise at all. But when I make noise, it's bad, so I just try to stay quiet, you know. Anyways, what else can I tell you guys? I think that's it for today. I'm gonna repeat again on a 4-hour time frame. If we start to extend further, we're looking at 120k. From there, I'm gonna be looking to short the markets. And you want to be watching at ETH, you want to be watching Bitcoin and Ethereum. You want to see which one is going to give the higher returns for that. And if we start dropping, by the way, because we've cleared liquidity here in 160k, if we start dropping from now, it is also still possible, right, to happen. But I'm not going to prefer that because I want to see this liquidity cleared before that. I hope that makes sense to you guys. We've almost did 50 minutes today. I'm really appreciative of you. I'm even sweating so much talking. I need to drink something. But yeah, you guys are the absolute best. Again, make sure you smash that like button. Also, if you leave a comment below the video, you're going to help this video a lot to go a long way. You know, Coin Bureau Trading are doing so great. Dan is doing so great. Aaron's doing so great. They're so amazing, you guys. And thank you so much. Such a great crowd over here. Very happy to be with you guys. And I will see you in the next one.